You're listening to Cattywampus.
I guess we could try and sing a song together or something, but I don't know what else.
Yeah, I see the clap and the waveform, so we're good.
We should pick the most obscure song we could think of.
God damn it, I can never remember that Robin Hood, Disney's Robin Hood. Whatever.
Oodalay, whatever.
Robin Hood and Little John
fuck
singing
this
in the
animal.
forest.
Yeah. Have sex with this
anyways.
animal. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the premise.
That fox was hot. I can just say.
Not upset with you. Upset with myself. So, Dustin.
So, David.
Are you ready for Hollywood's biggest night?
Hollywood's prom?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow,
baby.
it really is the Hollywood prom, isn't it?
It is Hollywood
It's the
prom.
most
Yeah, it's Hollywood's
expensive
prom.
rich kid prom there is.
So, if you remember, around 2011-12, I was living behind the Kodak Theater.
Yes, I do remember
experienced two Oscar Sundays.
Oh.
And the first one I was clueless at. I knew it was there. I just didn't know how much they shut down Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah, to get everybody.
So the
in.
audience knows I lived on a place that was behind the Kodak Theater off Orange Street, which is across the street from the Magic Castle. My street was the entrance to the loading dock for the Kodak Theater. So when I got up in the morning on Sunday, my tradition was to go to Mel's Diner because I was one of those and get breakfast. And I got up. I'm like, okay, showered and walked out the door, and I see this full-on barricade on my street with security guards and everything. And I'm like, oh, right, the Oscars. So I walk out and walk to Hollywood Boulevard, and there is a 20-foot high fence preventing anybody from crossing the street on, because it basically is their red carpet.
So now that you don't live there anymore, you're more excited than ever.
Oh yeah. I think that was
now that you
the
don't
first
have
year.
to deal with that.
So yeah, Hollywood's prom, man.
So this is an interesting Oscar year. After 2008, the way they changed the rules was there could be up to 10. But it didn't have to be 10. You had to have a threshold of the overall voting body to become a nominee. In 2021, they changed that and just said, hey, moving forward, there will always be 10.
Okay, yeah, because I remembered there being more actors and actresses. Again, I haven't paid attention to the Oscars.
So other award ceremonies have expanded to 6. Is very common now. Yeah, versus 5. This year, okay, so first up, we got American Fiction.
Yes. Haven't seen it.
I'm excited
I was going
to see
to, but I forgot what
It's on
happened
my
and I
list.
had to cancel. So I bought a ticket, then I had to return the ticket. Somebody went to the hospital.
I will.
They're okay.
That's good.
Just to clarify, they're alive.
Oh, well, they're fine. Then you should have seen it, Dustin.
I did think that. I did think it.
No. So, Anatomy of a Fall is next. I have seen Anatomy of a Fall.
I've missed that.
I loved it.
I've heard good things.
Obviously, Barbie is next. We've
Yes,
both seen Barbie.
which I've seen
We've
Barbie and
published a
loved.
podcast about Barbie.
Oh, is that out? Oh, that's good. I'm a
Okay.
podcaster now. Barbie didn't get nominated. Well, was in the category at the time for best adapted screenplay instead of best original, because I guess the Globes it was for best original, right?
It's more or less original everywhere else.
Yeah. But like I kind of did it actually get nominated?
For screenplay, yes.
For screenplay? Okay, so it did get nominated for the Oscar.
Yeah, it's in adapted. Yeah, it got nominated.
So yeah, for adapted. And I don't know, I think that makes sense. I mean, I get original too, since it's not like Barbie had lore to it before they made this movie. But at the same time, like it is based on a toy. And it is very much the Barbie brand. It is a 2-hour commercial, more or less. Just a well done, well written, well acted one. But like at the same time, it's Barbie. Like I can see both arguments, and I thought the outrage was a little weird.
Right. I am similarly divided on it. as you are. And I will say this and I want to make this clear: a rare defense of the Academy. I'm about to give because
I'm about to give a rare defense too on the second issue.
Yeah, like I will defend them in this, which is, here's the deal with adapted. Just talking strictly about screenplay, adapted versus original screenplay.
Yeah,
you have to draw the line somewhere, and if you're going to entertain this exercise of nominating things for quality's sake, you have to draw the line somewhere, and it is a very arbitrary line.
Yeah,
and if the Academy standpoint is, look, either you're making a movie about previously copywritten material, or you're not. I kind of agree with that. Like, I agree with that as much as I agree with any other argument.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing: is every other body, the WGA, SAG, DGA, all seem to be like, well, case by case basis. Who's to say what is adapted and what isn't?
Right.
And I'm like, well, yeah, but by that rationale, anything can or can't be adapted. And while it's easy to make fun of the Academy for going, any sequel is adapted because the characters existed before, or Barbie is adapted because a toy existed before. At the same token, they also nominated
Maestro and May December, which are based on
Maestro.
true stories.
Thank you, Maestro, May December, which are both directly based on real things that happened. The difference is they're not based on copywritten material.
Right.
But the thing is, all those other governing bodies also nominated those guys.
Yeah.
So to me, that just sort of sounds like everyone else wants to be arbitrary and pick and choose when they do it. And that is less of a objective measurement, which again, we can argue about the ridiculousness of trying to objectively measure this shit.
Yeah.
But like, if you're gonna, at least the Oscars has just gone, this is the line. Is it based on something copywritten? Adapted. Is it not? Not adapted. I think that's as good a line as any.
Yeah.
That's my defense of them. And that is all I will defend them. And anyone who wants to completely explain to me why it should be original, I'm not on your side. I'm on your side. I'm just saying, hey, if there's going to be a line, this is as good a line as any, which is, are you dealing with something copywritten or not? Because I would argue the spirit of the Academy's decision is to promote people green lighting scripts that are just scripts alone.
Yeah.
And making those movies. And most the people with the money
which Barbie is not. Barbie is not.
No.
I just wrote a Barbie movie on my own and got it produced and made. They needed permission specifically to use that character.
The producer
in fact,
of
they
the
weren't
Barbie
even.
film.
They didn't even go, we want to make this movie. They were. I mean, I actually don't know, but my assumption is Mattel said, we want a movie. Who should we get? Oh, you know who would be good? You know, the Hollywood.
I believe the way it went was that Margot Robbie went, hey, I've heard you want to make a Barbie movie. I would love to produce it.
That's right.
And they went, cool.
Robbie
and then she picked Greta Gerwig. And, you know, that went forward based on Margot Robbie's like strength as a producer.
Yeah.
You know, and it's one of those things where actually I do think Margot Robbie, you know, as much as understandably, people are upset that she was not nominated for Best Actress,
right?
Despite her giving
my
an excellent performance.
Yes, and I have that was my second point on the Barbie movie.
It does feel like if you're talking about the most important role Margot Robbie played in the movie, giving her a nomination for Best Picture as a producer does feel kind of accurate because it really sounds like she shepherded this kind of from start to finish. She got the rights. She went to Greta Gerwig. Yeah. She went, you do it. And if I'm not right for the role, you will cast someone else. I will make this movie. And of course, Greta Gerwig looked at Margot Robbie and like every right-thinking person went, well, you're Barbie.
Yeah, you're I'm sorry, tall, beautiful, blonde woman.
Who's incredibly talented as a physical actor who will give us a doll's performance
I'm
that's
sorry.
human.
Wait,
so perfect.
Isn't she already run an Oscar, or did she got nominated for I, Tonya? I'm forgetting.
She's been nominated. She's never won.
Yeah, okay. So, even though Oscar-nominated actress who is tall, blonde, and beautiful.
And to be fair, this
you
is
are Barbie.
Also true to the other direction of this, which is she should be nominated for Best Performance. She's excellent in that movie.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's excellent in that movie. And we look at the Best
tough.
Actress thing. But here's the thing, though, and I'm going to defend, and here's why I'm going to defend the Academy on this decision. Which
Well,
again, far be it for me to.
So just as I just defended them, please.
Yeah.
Gondor calls for aid.
Exactly.
On the very, very powerful.
And Rohan will answer. Gondor being the Academy on this shit. Like, come on. I mean, they're fucking Mordor. Anyways. Look. Is this, as far as like Margot and Barbie being Best Actress, like, here are the Best Actresses. We get Annette Bening, Lily Gladstone, Sandra Hüller. I think I pronounced that right.
Yes, Sandra Hüller.
Okay.
Yes, from
Carey
Mary
Mulligan.
Fall, which...
Lily Gladstone was fucking amazing. Now, to say whether or not
She's great
she's
in the
better
movie.
than Robbie in Barbie, that is definitely up to opinion. That's the problem with like the Oscars, is that this is a art is subjective, and people are coming with their own opinions. Now, I'm sure she was considered, but she didn't get it. And there's 5 really great actresses that got the nominations.
No, I agree. And I think the technical craft of it, too, is a complicating factor where none of the performances in Best Actress are a ridiculous ad. It's not like somebody got snubbed for, are you fucking kidding me? You know what I mean? Like these are all excellent performances. I've seen...
Yeah, it's not like,
one of
Dakota
these.
Johnson for Madam Web. I mean, that was this year's movie, but like,
it should be Dakota Johnson for the Madam Web press tour. She'd win immediately.
yes, that. Which I've only seen a couple things on the press tour, but like being a former junketer, seeing the seething
it's really
underlying
tough.
hatred in her eyes.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that was a tense room.
All right. To go inside baseball. Outside baseball is where everyone's at. Inside baseball is where I want to go.
Where we're at.
Dustin had expressed some concern to me before this recording of like, I'm not sure how familiar I am with the Oscar categories. And I went, no worry, I'll think of something.
Okay,
which is a fun game we're going to play.
Great.
It's going to be ostensibly fun, I swear.
All right.
The major categories, the ones that will be televised, so and we'll skip a couple of them.
Okay.
Because I don't think it's fair to do this with Best Documentary, Short, Animated, Short. Like,
I wasn't even going to talk about documentaries.
I have 4. We're gonna go through each category. Who you think will win.
Right, and who I want.
Who you want to win. You can. There is no wrong metric for this. It can be as petty as I like their hair, I like the cut of their jib.
Okay, good. That'll make it
We're
easy
gonna vote
because
like
one
real
of the things
Academy voters.
Because I've got my opinions on that, even though I haven't seen half of the movies.
Yeah. We're gonna vote like real Academy voters. Which, if this wins, it would be crazy, but I'd respect it a little. You know what I mean?
Okay, so wait.
Yeah, you're like,
who I think will win,
like
who
this.
I want to win, and who's the crazy win.
I would say this. It's who you think will win, who you'd want to win, who. If they won, that's a weird disrupting force that you kind of admire.
Okay.
Versus, finally, if this wins, we would riot, but we shouldn't because the system is broken.
Okay. Hold on.
Those are the 4 categories. And I'll remind you of each one, so you don't have to write any of this down. But I have it all set up
who
here.
I think will win.
And I'm gonna take your answers down. So I'm gonna...
Will win.
So yeah, and I'm gonna put I want to put as little work as possible in your hands so you can give the answers. Because don't worry, I'm not even joking, dude. I have an Excel sheet ready. So
trying to prepare, preparing for a podcast. Who knew?
Dude, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean,
but as a podcast host, I want to bring something to the table. I want to earn that right as host.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I think I know. I think that one is going to be hard because I think most of these are fine. It's the one where that's going to be fun. Is
and there won't be answers to all 4
animated
categories.
feature film will have that answer.
But we're going to start with visual effects. Okay. So who's nominated? The Creator, Godzilla -1, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning. They say Part 1, but I think it's going to
that's
get
been dropped in the
retitled.
sequel already.
And Napoleon, and also
So unfortunately, I've only seen one of those movies. So
I can already tell you I've only seen 2 of them, so I don't worry about it.
Think from
This
what
isn't
I've
about-
seen,
This is a gambling game. I want to make it clear.
Yeah,
Dustin.
yeah,
We are
exactly.
we're going to do a high stakes fun gambling game. This is the closest we get to fantasy sports.
Yes,
It's the
it is.
fantasy
It
Oscar
really is.
draft, which we all know exists already. There's many podcasts you can go see it. We're just going to do it for fun right now. Who do you think will win? Regardless of
think
how
will
you
win?
feel about the movie.
I think it will
Who do
be.
you think will win
I
this?
think it probably will be Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning.
You'll notice Oppenheimer wasn't nominated.
Yeah, which
I think that makes Mission Impossible less likely to win because the whole premise of both of those movies are we're doing practical stuff.
that's true. That's true. Well, so here's another thing on if we get to set design, and maybe I'll bring it up then with Barbie. Is one of the marketing things with Barbie is all the Barbie Land stuff was practical backgrounds and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much. There's some green screen work, and there's some.
There's a lot.
Yeah, and the funny
All
thing
right.
is too is they edited the set photos to look like they were on practical sets when they were on a green screen. Anyways, that's a whole other thing. So
You and I are both talking about movies that aren't nominated. So
Exactly.
let's
So
go
get
play
back
that.
on track
What do
here.
you think he's going to win? What if he's going to win?
okay, you know what? Who
I'll
I
tell you
think
right
is going to
now,
win?
I have an Oscar bracket. I've written NA because I don't know. I don't know yet.
Keeping in
So
mind,
I don't have a
your
pick yet.
really good point. I guess Guardians. Guardians had some pretty good effects work, to be honest. And
If
look,
I had to lock in my decision today,
Mm-hmm.
it would probably be Guardians.
yeah, because it had probably the most out of, well, probably not more than Godzilla.
All right, who do you want to win of the 5
I would
nominees?
want Godzilla to win, and here's why. When I saw those special effects, I don't think they're necessarily top
it's
tier,
impressive.
but the
It's
fact
impressive.
that they did it with a money that wasn't Guardians money and made it look that way, that's impressive. That a non-Hollywood movie had that much CGI that looked that good. And that's why I think they would deserve it. And that's
Yeah,
who
I know.
would want.
I agree. Okay, so if you don't have a strong opinion, no worries. We'll just do NA and move on. Visual effects. If this wins, it would be crazy. I actually put Godzilla.
Yeah, I think Godzilla
that
is the
wins.
same
It'd
one
be
there.
crazy. Yeah.
That would be crazy, I'd say too. Even though it's the one I want, it probably would be crazy. But also maybe
And a
Napoleon.
lot of these will
If I have to
overlap, by
pick
the
a
way.
different one, maybe Napoleon. Because
I don't think you have to win a poll. I don't think you have to pick a different one because there's what I want to win and what if it wins it would be crazy have lined up a bunch for me.
yeah. Editing.
Yeah, let's move on to editing. We're both familiar with editing.
That we
All right,
are.
we got Anatomy of a Fall.
I already know my pick of what I want.
We got Anatomy of a Fall, The Holdovers, Killers of the Flower Moon, Oppenheimer, and Poor Things.
I think what is going to win is the same of what I want to win, and that's Oppenheimer. Like, part of my experience watching that movie is how that whole movie flowed together from one scene to the next. And that is a very hard film to keep track of editing wise. And I think that is definitely the biggest labor. And I think Oppenheimer is going to be kind of the favorite in a lot of these, even though I liked it a lot and I prefer Killers of the Flower Moon. Flowers of the Killer Moon. I prefer Killers of the Flower Moon, but as far as editing goes, I think Oppenheimer will get it, and it's also the one I want to win.
So for me, this is a category where actually we're aligned.
Mm-hmm.
I would love Jennifer Lim to win for Oppenheimer. I think she will also win. And then cinematography. I mean, the nominees are
Going to cinematography. Whoop.
yeah, Il Conde, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Poor Things. Well, let's get real here. Hoyt van Hoytema is gonna win, right?
Yeah. I think I think Oppenheimer's gonna get it.
And at least for me, he should win. That's who I want to win.
Yeah. I don't know who I want to win. Like, I do really like, I don't know. I guess it is Oppenheimer. I'm trying to think.
These are good looking movies.
Yeah.
This is not a slam dunk competition, except for the fact that Hoytema has an IMAX camera on his shoulder.
Yes.
And made it, yeah.
Well, and
Like,
the fact that
it's-
they invented IMAX film in black and
Yeah,
white specifically for this movie. You know what? Yeah, it both gonna win.
I also think it should not be discounted that Rodrigo Prieto is nominated for Kills of the Flower Moon, and he also shot Barbie this year.
Did he really?
Yes.
Holy crap.
He shot Barbie and Killers in the same year. He's nominated for Killers.
Yeah.
But that should not go unspoken, which is why, by the way, if it won, it would be crazy that he won,
That was
but I
gonna
would
be
not
my-
be mad at it at all.
So that was going to be, yeah, we're on the same page there.
Production design.
Production design. I think it's going to be Poor Things that wins.
I agree.
It looks very visually stunning.
I want Barbie to win for production design.
I think I kind of
really
want it
Barbie
too.
to win.
I think, yeah, I don't know.
But I think Poor Things will win. But I
think Poor
want
Things
Barbie to win.
Barbie, so
bad.
like, even though like, so apparently not all these things were done with practical sets. And
well, no,
some
but
of it was green
Poor
screen.
Things is,
but that's fine.
But Poor Things is a digital backlot, so if it can win, Barbie can definitely win.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't hold it against Barbie for doing that. That's normal.
Yeah.
But the fact they do, in fact, some of those sets are, in fact, very real with a painted backdrop. And that is very impressive.
All right, here's where we're going to get into the clickbaity drama.
All
Best
right.
original song.
Here we are. Oh, yeah.
The Fire Inside by Diane Warren for Flaming Hot. I'm Just Ken by Mark Ronson and Andrew Wyatt from Barbie. It Never Went Away by John Baptiste, Dan Wilson from American Symphony. Watsatsi, a song from My People by Scott George from Killers of the Flower Moon. And What Was I Made For by Billie Eilish and Phineas O'Connell from Barbie. Let's get real. The Billie Eilish song is
Yeah.
going to win.
That's going to win. Yeah.
Not even angry at it. Good song.
That is also what I want to win. Yeah, that's tears every time. Love that song. Think it should win. It is the perfect movie song.
I would not be angry at all, and I kind of want I'm Just Ken to win.
That's going to be my, if it wins, I respect it.
Yes. Original score. All right, we got American Fiction, Indiana Jones 5, Killers of the Flower Moon, Oppenheimer, and Poor Things. I can already tell you, I want Oppenheimer to win.
Yeah, I mean, I probably want Oppenheimer. I don't know. Maybe I'll go with Killers. Killers was a great soundtrack to it. I think that's the one I want to win. Here's where it becomes tricky. Now, I haven't watched Dial of Dynasty. I haven't watched Dial of Destiny.
Twice now, by the way.
Oh, God, twice. Okay.
Well, I bought it because I own all the other ones.
Yeah, all right.
It's better
If you
than
own
the
Crystal
fourth
Skull.
one.
You know what? On that logic, too, since I've seen Crystal Skull, I might as well see Dial of Destiny. Anyways, I'm going to pick that to win because that might be
Dial of
John
Destiny will
Williams' last.
So
hurrah.
yeah, I have this, and it would be crazy, but I wouldn't be upset because this is it, right?
Yeah.
If you're gonna give him one more,
Yeah, this is it.
for
Unless he's doing a Star Wars next year or another indie next year. This is it. And he is I forgot he scored Home Alone. I thought that was like James Horner or somebody, or even the Oingo Boingo guy, Daddy Elfman. Can't believe I went the Oingo Boingo
we're
guy.
so
Anyways,
old.
I forgot.
the Oingo Boingo guy.
Yeah. Well, that's like guys being like coming up to us nowadays and be like, Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, did you know they used to be in a band?
No, tell me more.
Yeah. So, yeah,
God,
I
you know
forgot,
what's
and I
funny?
rewatched it for Christmas, and then, John Williams' name came up. I'm like, that's right, and it's
Yeah.
such a good. Anyways, he is a good composer, and I know you and I especially have definitely joked about how much he just copied and pasted Gustav Holst, the planets for Star Wars. I think I discovered another thing that I was listening to, and I'm like, oh, John Williams clearly heard this. But, he's great. He's a great film composer, and I think he's going to
Oh yeah,
actually
truly.
win it.
No.
I think he's going to win it because this is probably it. Isn't he like 92 or something?
I have been flippant over these categories, but I do mean it. If he wins, it would be crazy. But I would admire it. I truly would.
Yeah.
Like for real.
That would have to be,
I would be
in both of those two for me. I mean, yeah. I think it's going to win, and yeah, it's crazy, and I respect it just because John Williams.
All right, we're coming into the final stretch.
Yeah, it would also be I Will Riot. No, I'm kidding. I will also riot. What do I want to win? Killers of the Flower Moon.
Best animated feature.
This is the one
The
where I
nominees are Boy and the Heron, Elemental, Nimona, Robot Dreams, Across the Spider-Verse. I've seen 4 of these.
Okay, where the hell? There it is.
I think Boy and the Heron will win.
So do I. I think that's going to sweep it. Nimona's on my watch list, but I haven't gotten through to it.
I've seen it. It's interesting.
So I think Boy and the Heron's going to win. What I want to win, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I mean, I haven't seen Boy and the Heron, but I do think that for that movie, for me, I think it did its job. I really admire how the first half of the film is very emotional and setting the emotional stakes, and both Gwen and Miles's family life and how that affects their decisions. And even though it's a part 1 of 2, which kind of sucks, which does lose points for that, but I do think it ends on a really good note for that. And I already went in knowing it was going to be a part 1, part 2, so that wasn't shocking to me. And I really
did
enjoyed
too.
That movie thoroughly.
I will admit the fact that it is half an idea keeps me from giving a full-throated endorsement.
Yeah.
Having said that, I too think it should win.
So I want Spider-Verse. Irrespective if Nimona wins, I will riot if Elemental wins. What the?
Same.
I mean, people have. I've heard like somebody, I forgot who said it was good.
It's rough.
So I would riot.
Right.
Maybe I should watch it so I can be angry at it properly.
Nah. Adapted screenplay: American Fiction, Barbie, Oppenheimer, Poor Things, The Zone of Interest.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with, if I'm a betting man, Oppenheimer, because I think they just love. They just love.
Before this week, I would have said Barbie, but I don't think it's gonna get it.
That's who I want. I like
it's
the Barbie
who I want
script.
to. It's
one of the funniest studio comedies in decades.
It's in my want category, but I don't trust them.
Dude, the horse jokes. The horse jokes alone make that so much funnier than every comedy starring any of those people, particularly, ever.
Dustin, are you saying there's ephemeral elements of the movie that create a greater whole? Like, as if some kind of director did it, and that director would surely be recognized. Well, speaking of, should we move on to best... Oh, wait. What's happened? This can't be right. Wait. That's weird.
What?
Director doesn't seem to have Greta Gerwig.
That's just funny. Yeah, I forgot to bring that up in the Barbie segment.
I know we still have original screenplay to jump to, but let's do best director.
Just to finish adapting. I think Oppenheimer's going to get it.
Yeah.
If Poor Things win it, I respect it. Barbie is what I want. Original.
I think Anatomy of the Fall's going to win.
Yeah, I'm going to go.
And
with
I think
that.
also I think they should. We're in the final. We're in the end game now. For supporting actress, everyone knows Davine Joy Randolph's going to win this. I am 100% on board. I think she will, and I think she should.
Uh-huh.
So supporting actor, obviously we all know it's going to be RDJ.
Yeah. I mean, and yeah. I think it's going to be here.
Do you want someone else to win? Is the real question.
Let me see. Look at the.
It's Sterling K. Brown, American Fiction, Robert De Niro, Killers of the Flower Moon, Robert Downey Jr., Oppenheimer, Ryan Gosling, Barbie, and Mark Ruffalo, Poor Things.
Okay. I think it's going to be RDJ, and well deserved. He gave one of my takeaways from Oppenheimer was certainly his performance. It was like, oh, right, he can act, you know? He can be somebody else besides RDJ. And it's like, oh, what nice.
I want him to be encouraged to do this.
Yes, I want more Robert Downey Jr. roles like that. Yeah. Didn't he win the Golden Globe? He won the Globe, right? Yeah.
Oh, he's won a bunch. He won the BAFTA, too.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah. So I think he's got the encouragement. But I think it is going to go to him. I think Oppenheimer is going to be the big winner all around. Who I want to win is actually Robert De Niro, because that was fucking amazing.
The actress, I think it seems like Emma Stone's the front runner now. Mm-hmm. It was Lily Gladstone. I want her to win. I just don't know if she will. It's a tough one.
All right, I'm gonna agree with you that Emma's gonna win. Then you know what? I'm gonna put my money on Lily. I think she is gonna win. I think she is gonna win, and she's also who I want to win.
Yeah, I agreed. Best actor, I would like Cillian Murphy to win, but I think Giamatti has it.
Okay, who I want? Paul Giamatti. I fucking love that guy. I want him to win an Oscar. Who do I think will win? I don't know. Okay, right. I'm gonna stick with Giamatti for both. I'd honestly probably respect it if Wright gets it. Wright's a good actor, Jeffrey Wright. I don't think he will, but if he does, I'd be like, oh, yeah, all right, cool. I'll write it. Bradley Cooper gets it, just because you can't have it all, Bradley. You can't have it all.
Right. So, best director.
All right, let's get up there.
Justine Triet, Anatomy of a Fall.
Yeah, it's really too
bad. Killers of the Flower Moon.
Greta isn't there.
Christopher Nolan, Oppenheimer, Yorgos Lanthimos, Poor Things, Glazer, The Zone of Interest, and obviously the director of Barbie. That's so weird. Why isn't she here? I must be missing something.
Yeah.
Insane.
And me forgetting about that in the Barbie segment is like, if anything, I'm more upset that Greta's not on there for director than I am Robbie for acting.
So,
but you know, hey, that's sometimes how it works out.
Christopher Nolan's gonna win this.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna win.
Given the nominees, yes, he should. I think it's both for me. It's
I want Scorsese. I think I like Killers of the Flower Moon more than Oppenheimer. Okay. And I'd have to rewatch both to really kind of decide. It's really neck and neck for me on which is the better of those two. But I think I was more engrossed in Killers than I was in Oppenheimer, which is tough to say because Oppenheimer doesn't feel like it's a runtime. Yeah. Whereas Killers kind of does a little bit towards the end, especially. But I don't know. I think I like Killers better. So I think Oppenheimer will win. I want Killers to win.
I get you there.
Yeah.
All right.
I think Poor Things would be the one that if it won, I'd respect that. I'd riot if Maestro gets it. Bradley Cooper gets it, even though he's not up there.
Hey, it's not bad.
I know it's probably good.
He's there. Best Picture's there.
I guess I'm now starting the lore in the podcast is that I hate Bradley Cooper, I guess, is now a lore.
I mean,
even though I don't care. Best Picture?
American Fiction, Anatomy of a Fall, Barbie, The Holdovers, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Past Lives, Poor Things, and Zone of Interest.
I think it's going to be the same with director because for me, it's very weird that if it's the best director, wouldn't that also be the best picture? Like, I get some of the other elements.
Oppenheimer will win, but you would like Killers of the Flower Moon to win.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, that's
for best
fair.
picture. Yeah, it's always weird to me that
Killers
those two would be separate. I get other stuff like, actresses and actresses, but the film as a whole, like, I feel like if the director's going to get it, the picture should get it too.
I get you.
What would win? That would be the upset. I think Barbie. Barbie wins Best Picture. I definitely would not be mad. but I don't think it is. I will riot if Maestro. I riot if Bradley Cooper gets anything ever again. Damn you, you handsome, talented man.
Well, whoever wins the Oscar, they're always a winner/loser in our hearts.
And the winner is
Moonlight.
Cooper. I don't know. Moonlight.
Moonlight. The winner is Moonlight because of the time they got screwed, despite being the best movie of the year.
Yeah.
Takes a lot to win Best Picture and still be screwed.
Yeah.
But hey, Moonlight managed. Oh fuck! I have no comedic out to this episode.
Yeah, no, I got nothing. Especially in one that I don't know. I guess we had some jokes in there. I guess it was fairly entertaining.
That's a good ending. I guess we had some jokes.
You've been listening to Cattywampus. You can follow us on Instagram at CattyWampusPod. Email us at cattywampuspodcast@gmail.com. Music by Tilly.